Are robots taking over the security industry? Hi, I'm Holly of Region Security Guardian's YouTube channel, and in today's video we're just going to be talking about robot security guards and robot security dogs, and then reacting to a few little videos about them, and then discuss what we really think about them and what we feel they mean for the security industry. So before we get into reacting the videos, why are robots used in security? Robots have been in the security industry for a while, and they come in many shapes and forms. You've got some that resemble more human-like tendencies, and then others which look a bit more like animals. But why are they used? Well, one of the first reasons why they're used is because robots will actually be used to work together with security guards. Robots can sometimes patrol different areas where a guard may not be able to get into. Other reasons why they're used is because robots are a bit cheaper to use than hiring an actual security guard. Another reason why businesses may decide to use a robot is simply because a robot does not take a break. Some other reasons why robots are used in security is because robots will have built-in navigation systems and built-in security cameras. So if they have a built-in navigation system, they can find areas of danger much more quicker, and they can often just collect data a lot more quickly than human guards can. And they can send this data to an actual security team or to a security manager who may need the information. And also another benefit of robot security guards is that, say if an incident does happen, they can immediately contact the authorities straight away. So some of the disadvantages of robot security is robots can't make decisions quickly, and if they do make decisions, it's normally just based on what their programming says. Real-life human security guards will be able to make decisions, and they may base their decisions on actual human emotion and what they think is right to do, whereas a robot, when they make a decision based on whatever it's programmed to do. Some other disadvantages of robots is robots can get hacked into. It's kind of hard to hack into a human brain, like science has not evolved that much to do that, whereas robots are just made of wires, so they can be quite easy to hack into. So that kind of means they're not reliable, because say if you have a robot on patrol and it gets hacked into to do the wrong thing or gets hacked by a thief, then the robot won't be doing its job properly. So there's a little bit of an issue with a worry, like how secure is your robot actually against hacking? Okay, so let's start reacting to some videos. So the first video we're watching is about a robot, and his name is Ramsey. You can see he looks like a very cylinder one. He's got a really cute face, and he is patrolling in America. Apparently he's one of the first security robots in the USA. Oh, it says on the video he's equipped for cameras and sensors. Well, it says here that he can detect heat. That could be really interesting. So if there's a fire, he can be used to detect it when it's just starting. It says he has an alert system in him. He can send alerts to other security teams or his programmer. The next video. So this is about a robot security guard who actually patrols in a hotel. Again, he's kind of like a cylinder, kind of looks like a Dalek from Doctor Who. Oh, an interesting thing about this robot is it's saying on the video that he runs in random patrol patterns, so whatever patrol he does will never be the same. That's quite interesting, because if he can go into different patterns, that means he'll be able to watch out for crime in different areas where guards may just have like a set routine. So that's quite cool and interesting that he does. This robot doesn't have a face. He kind of just had like a security camera, and this robot's main job is just to patrol around the parking lot of a hotel. And we've got some people talking about the robot in this video, and they seem to think it's really helped the security of the car park. They haven't seen as much vandalism to the cars. An interesting thing about this video is you can actually see the response of what people think about robots. As you can see, people don't really seem to be afraid of him. There's quite a few people that are going up to him in the video. There's other people who are taking photos of him. Some people are even trying to take selfies with him. So you can see that people don't seem to be afraid of robot security. So this next video is technically a little bit of a cheat, because it's not an actual robot security guard, but it is a military robot, and they're trying to teach him how to fire. As you can see, he's got a gun, and he's shooting at the people he's training with. Well, not actually shooting at them, but shooting down at their feet. And he looks kind of scary, to be honest. He looks kind of like a human. They've armed him with weapons. On the video, they're saying that apparently he's being trained for war. So that's kind of really worrying to think, because how much can you really trust a robot? Next one. This one looks like it's in a shopping mall, so a lot of a big area. Apparently this robot's called Buddy. Again, kind of looks like a Dalek. They really do like the cylinder shape for robot. Maybe it might be easier just to make structures like that. So what they're saying about this robot is he can scan in and out. He's more situated for the casino that's in the shopping mall. As you know, in casinos there can be a lot of violent crime, like fraud, vandalism, theft, even people threatening people. If you want to hear more about casino security, check out our other video. An interesting thing the guy presenting the videos just said is that shopping malls don't want people to think they're just using robots. They want humans and robots to work together, so they're using it as an extra layer of protection but still employing humans as well. So that's quite interesting that a lot of businesses, even though they are using robots, they still want to emphasize that robots aren't replacing humans and they want them to work together. But this robot, what's interesting about this one, it actually looks like a human. So it's, instead of being a cylinder shape, it's more built up to have a human body, and where the head is, it actually has a little face on it. So that's cool. It's actually, they're using this robot for when people come to check in. So instead of them having to go see a guard checks their ID, and the robot to check their IDs for the people, which is kind of cool. And it's quite clever, this robot. It showed like an insight of what the robot would be seeing. It's showing like this robot can detect hazards and where potential threats are, so that's kind of cool. It's very interesting that they can program robots to like see what a potential hazard is. Oh, and now the robot's going up in the lift. So as you can see, they haven't really developed the wheels so they can go up the stairs. Okay, so from the start of the video, we can see the robot has accidentally patrolled and fallen in water. So I guess what we can learn from this little video right here, that maybe the patrol systems in robots haven't been programmed well enough, because if they're doing little mistakes where they're falling in water, it kind of brings up the issues of like, how reliable are they really? You can see that they're trying to pick the robot up out of the fountains. A good point here is it's still relying on a human. Something does happen where it breaks down, it'll need repairs. Robots can't repair themselves. They're not that advanced, so it will need a human. This video is actually about a robot dog. As you can see, it kind of looks like a dog without a head. Still quite cute. It's actually patrolling around the ancient streets of Pompeii, which is kind of cool. So like the ancient streets of Pompeii, it's had threats of like people digging at graves. So instead of hiring an actual security guard, they've decided to hire a little robot dog instead to patrol the grounds, which is kind of interesting. We can see that it's got a little light on him so he can patrol in the dark. What's useful about him, you can see, is that he's got data and scanning systems built into him, so he can like scan all over and send information to obviously the security team who's working with him. So this robot's just doing patrols. It's got tires built on him, so he looks like he can move in lots of different weather. Oh, we can see here he's actually driving on snow. So this shows that these robot ones are a bit more reliable. They can work in different places. It's good to see that they are designing robots so they can patrol anywhere. Okay, last video, finally. Okay, this robot looks very similar to the one we've just seen. Benefits for using that is it will patrol throughout the day, throughout the night. It'll essentially, this robot can work for 24 hours within a day, and it won't need repowering up or recharging. So that's quite interesting to see how long robots can actually last for the whole day without needing a break or needing new batteries. And yeah, this robot's more advertised for people to use around their home as like a little bit of protection for the home. That's quite interesting to see. Would you trust a robot in your home? I don't really know if I would, but let us know in the comments if you would or not. So we've talked about the advantages and the disadvantages of robots, and we've looked at a few videos. But what does it actually mean for the industry in general? Well, there is a big worry if we hire more robots, then actual human guards may lose their job. Now, this isn't proven to be a thing. Like, a lot of security companies and teams that are employing robots have said they are still looking to use human guards, and they want to use humans and robots together. It can be a bit of a worry for actual guards. Well, if a robot can do the job as well and doesn't require a break, why should you hire a human? There's also another big worry about robots. This isn't in the security industry, this is more within the military, but they're actually handing guns and teaching robots how to fight. And this is a big worry, because how much can you really trust a robot to use a gun and to fight somebody? And I guess what else robots mean for the security industry is they're not very personable. Quite a few robots don't look like humans, and even the ones they do, they look a little bit creepy. Sometimes most people won't want to talk to other people, but for some instances, some humans do prefer talking to actual humans, and sometimes they'll want to see a friendly face. Say like in a retail store, if you're shopping and you can't find an item, you may go up to the security guard for help, and you may feel like it's a bit more of a friendly face if it's an actual human you can talk to and have a discussion. And I guess as well, like a lot of things security guards will have to do, robots can't do. Security guards now will have to learn how to do first aid. aid, they may have to take mental health training to work in some facilities. And can you really teach a robot how to do first aid? Can you program a robot to learn about mental health? That gets into the debate of like, how human can you make a robot? Can you employ like human emotions on a robot? And what would happen if you did? A lot of time people just get robots to program them to do a job, and that's it, just get the job done and then do another job. Whereas with a security guard, they'll do the job. If anybody needs any help on the way, they'll go out of their way to help them and deliver a more personalised human service. So what do we think of robot guards? I guess there are some advantages and some disadvantages to robot security. It can be worrying that robots in the military are learning how to fight. Personally, I really feel like it's a little bit dangerous to teach robots how to use guns and how to train them how to actually hurt somebody, and that is a bit of a worry. However, robots overall, as we've seen from watching the videos, they can do the job well. They do have good reviews. People seem to really enjoy like seeing a robot security guard, so they can be quite beneficial to use. Overall, robot guards and robot dogs, they are a really interesting piece of equipment and an interesting tool, and we've seen from the videos they can be used by themselves. However, we feel like it would be better if they worked well with human guards, and it would be another good piece of equipment for human guards to use and work with. So that's the end of our video. Hit that like button if you think that robot security guards are cool, and if you enjoy our content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can stay up to date with the latest security guarding news. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you in the next one.